Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very exciting day. I am potting up my tomatoes and some of my pepper seedlings. It's time, especially my tomatoes are getting very leggy. So I'm going to reuse these from last year. These worked really well. And then I also have bigger ones, so if anything gets out of hand, or when it gets larger, they'll go up into a larger pot. But for now, these work just fine, and I usually have they'll fit in a tray. And then also today I've got these lettuces. I think I'm gonna plant these out. I'm hoping that it doesn't rain on me, but we'll see. But I have some bachelor buttons and some cabbage that I want to start today. So, and another plate of microgreens. These are all spent, so I think I'm just gonna, I don't know if I might just rip out all of the roots and try and reuse the soil. Get it well, maybe not, because it's very dry. I think I'll just use new soil, but I have some in the shed. But for now, the job that I really want to get done today is up-potting these tomatoes so that they don't break. So that's what I'm going to get started on now. I'm just hoping that I have enough potting soil. And I just used regular potting soil for this step. So the first one are the Golden Nugget cherry tomatoes. And I want to make sure that I label these this year, because last year I up-potted them and forgot to label. So I pulled this one up. I'm going to leave this one in the little thin, and I'll just plant that one directly. But I'm going to try and plant them as deep as possible so that they can create more roots and create a stronger root system up the stem. You know what? Actually, I am going to take it out. I think next year I might just start these in little cells, and then, or in some, like a smaller pot, I think, and then either be able to plant those or use like a reusable cell like I do for my other vegetables, because these are a little big for these pots. So just very gently, by the leaves, lift it out so you get all of the root. And then just, I fill it almost all the way up to the leaves. So, well, actually it is up to the leaves. And he will be happy in this pot until he gets too big for it. And then, and usually when I up pot is when I see the most growth. So I'm very excited about this. Tomatoes are done, and we're going to move on to some peppers. So this one has 2 in it, but this one's pretty small. It still only has 2 of the leaves. This one's starting to get its 2nd set of leaves, so I'm going to just take that one out and leave this one in this little pot. And then this one also, my cat has trampled some of my seedlings, so hopefully I'm just gonna bury this in, and then hopefully he'll thrive a little more. And I don't think that peppers grow roots like tomatoes along their stem, but I do like to bury it a little deeper. I feel like it adds a little bit of stability and structure to the little floppy seedling. Bell pepper. Put it in the bottom of this. Place that guy in there. Sorry, little guy. So it looks like I want to do this to a jalapeno here. And, you know, these are looking pretty good. I wonder... I wonder if these are bell peppers too. I think I planted more bell peppers, but I could be wrong. Oh well. I think I'm just going to do this one jalapeno and be done with this for the day. Get these back inside because it is a little chilly. Make my label. And this guy had an accident. My cat snapped it a little bit, but it looks like he's coming back, so I'm gonna carefully from the bottom part pull it out. Got a good root structure here, and get him into the soil. Alright, so I'm going to rearrange these. This is fennel, actually. I think I'm going to try and get this out today. Usually I harden, like I especially harden my tomatoes off, but this is a cool weather crop. Well, it can go out and withstand a little bit of cool weather, and definitely lettuce can, so I'm going to just throw them out, or put them out. Actually, maybe I will try and harden these off because my fennel seeds that I planted did not do anything for me, so I might just harden these guys off today, or you know, this week, and then plant them out next weekend. Okay, jalapeno. Doing a cut. And these are really wet, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm not watering them as much, because they can die if they're overwatered. These are fennel. I'm going to have them stay out here for a little bit today. So I'm going to get all these little starts in a tray inside, and then I will start I'll get started on my cabbage seeds and my bachelor button seeds, and also some microgreens. Alright, so I'm going to start some cabbage, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to do this, but I had some cells that nothing germinated in, so I'm just going to reuse them, and we'll see if it works. If I don't get any cabbage this year, it's fine, and actually I probably would have liked to have started the cabbage a little earlier, but that's okay. So I'm just going to do 2 per cell and see how I go. And it's a Copenhagen market cabbage. It says it's early producing, so we'll see. It takes 65 to 95 days to mature, though. We've been really loving cabbage in the air fryer with like this fish sauce, like Asian style little mixture, and so that's what inspired me to want to grow cabbage this year. But again, if I don't get any, that's fine, but we've been really loving that, so if I can get some to grow in my garden, I would love it. Yeah, these are so wet, so I definitely do not need to water them. Oops. And then I have some bachelor buttons that I want to try, and I was going to do it in an egg carton, but like I said, I have a bunch of these, so I think I'm just going to try a little experiment. And I'm going to try and put them all together so that I can put a bag over them, because for the most part, after everything has germinated and sprouted, you don't really need a heat mat or the thing over it. But since it's in the window, I'm going to just put a little bag over it and see how they go. That usually works for me. I think I'm just going to put some new soil on these, on the top. Just patch them down here. Where did my towel go? There it is. When we first moved here into this house, I bought a wildflower packet, and these bachelor buttons were actually in the packet, and they kept coming back for a while, and they were actually in this middle part of the patio, which I loved, but for some reason they just stopped. So I think at that time I was just beginning to get into gardening, so nowhere was like labeled, so I may have just pulled them out, but we'll see. I'm just gonna sprinkle a few in each of these, see how they do, and then the rest of the packet I think I'll take out later in the season when it gets warmer and sprinkle them in other places, because they seem to do really well out here. Spread these around a little. I might just sprinkle some right now. Look at this. Look at this little stinker. I removed stuff from the kitchen window and he's up here. He knows he's not supposed to be on the counter. But this is the culprit that's been trampling my seedlings. Alright, so we have the lettuce planted out. I've got my fennel and my parsley out here to give them some acclimation to the outside before I put those out. And then now the last thing that I want to do today is get some new microgreens started. And I'm trying, last time I did kale, arugula, and radish, and I'm going to do radish and kale again, but I also want to try, I've got some old lettuce seeds, and I want to try these. This is a spicy mesclun mix, so there's like, I'm pretty sure there's arugula in this, and it's delicious as a lettuce in general, so I feel like it'd be just as delicious as a microgreen. And then this butter crunch is, these are from 2021. It's not as old. I mean, it's not going to get big enough to like create a head of lettuce, so it'll be perfect. And then also these peas, which are ones that I've tried to start, but these I see are actually from 2018. So I'm going to try, I'm just going to throw them in and see how it does. We'll see. They're old. But I have this plate and then this old Tupperware that doesn't have a lid anymore. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is like the easiest thing, and we've I'll link my other video where I did microgreens the first time. But right now I'm just gonna put you on a time lapse and I'm gonna get these planted. So the soil's pretty damp already, so I'm just gonna take these inside. I'm gonna wrap them in like an old produce bag as like a little greenhouse. But before I do that, I'm gonna just spray them. I don't like to use, until they start sprouting and growing, I don't like to use my little watering can because I feel like it moves the seeds around. But this worked really well for me last time. I think I added a lot more seeds than I did last time, so we'll see how it goes. But this one will be kind of cool because you can kind of see a few seeds on the side because it's clear. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could just hit that little like button, as it really supports my channel and it shows me what types of videos that everyone likes to see. And yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more fun gardening content as the spring and summer kick off, and hopefully a fall garden. We'll see. That's my plan for this year, so we'll see how it goes. I'll be starting some seeds inside. A lot of times that I'm worried about a fall garden because I don't like to take things out prematurely out of the garden, but we'll see how it goes. But hopefully starting some seeds inside will help with that. Hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you super soon.